everybody. Welcome back to Late Night with Nana. And it's so fun. There's all kinds of people in the chat already. And so let me just scroll back up. So I am saying hi to everybody. And Paul was in early, so he might pop back in. And he's over in Australia. But a lot of times on my lives, he does pop in. And so, and there's Charmaine. And Sarah is here. Rebecca is here. And I have a surprise to show you from Rebecca in a little while. I was very excited. And Doug is in here. And Doug is one of my members, of course. If you see that little S thing after their name, that means that they are a member. And Sarah's saying hi to everybody. Teresa is in. She is also a member. And she's saying hi to everyone. And Teresa says, I'm so glad you're feeling much better. Me too. Oh. And Jeannie says the same thing. Glad you're feeling better. Yeah, being sick is not ever fun. And Charmaine is in. And thank you so much. And really, thanks to everybody. I mean, I got text messages. I got emails. I got calls. It was just so kind. And I got cards in the mail. And it was just fabulous. So I really appreciate you guys. And Teresa is in. Hello, Teresa. And I hope you are feeling better also. And Shelly, Healthy Homestead Chick, one of my members too. And she is saying hello to everybody. And the Wolf That Could is in. How are ya? And I am just scrolling all the way through. I just don't want to say Shawnee is in. Is that a haircut? It is not a haircut. I just have it pulled all up in the back because it was 100 degrees today. And it was just way too hot. And so I just pulled it up and I just have some little things stuck in there so that it stays up and it's just a little bit cooler. Thanks, Charmaine. And Doug says, nice countdown. I could watch the ads. Great idea. That was your suggestion, Doug, because there's a lot of ads that go on when it first starts. And so Doug had told me one time, he says, hey, just put some things together. And that way it's not interfering with your live. And so, Doug, thank you very much for that suggestion. And I appreciate it. I did not cut my hair, but thank you. Glad you're feeling better. Love the hair. Maybe I should cut it right here, just all the way around. And so, and it's Janice. Now, Janice and I have the same birthday next Friday. So I'm not sure if you got your card yet, but I did send it out for you. And so, did you get your hair cut? No. But do you think I should cut it like this, just straight across? It's okay. It wouldn't be very hot. So that is an idea. And Donna is in. Donna's also one of my members, and she's saying hi to me and everybody else in the chat. And everybody is just saying hi, hi, hi. And Angie is in. Ange, how are you? Last day of work, Angie. Hoo, 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 hoo. And Joe saying hi to you, Ange. And hello, Jake. How are you? Just all kinds of people in on Friday night. I missed you guys too. I did a little short clip, a little short video today because I had been missing you guys and I hadn't done any videos, but I am feeling so much better. So I did take a nap this afternoon, which surprised me because I thought I was mostly all the way done because I don't usually take naps. Joe takes naps, but I don't usually take naps. But I had been reading and I fell asleep for a little while. So, And everyone is still saying hello. And Barb is in. Barb's Country Home. Hello, hello, hello. And just all kinds of people. And Sharon Cooper is in. Hello, how are you? And Andale is in. And Shelly from Healthy Homestead Chick. And both Shelly and Ann are some of my members also. So just all kinds of members in here tonight. That is just fabulous. Well, the first thing I thought I'd show you is my mail. And I got a very beautiful thank you card. And the Vineyard Chicks had a sticker in there, and they had a sticker from Lori's World too. So if you don't know these guys, check them out. And I never know if I should read people's cards because, sometimes they say stuff that's just between us, but it was a thank you card. And so girls, KK, Trey, and Monkey, thank you very much for the stickers and for the lovely, lovely card. And LP is in. Hello, LP. I just saw you over on Yogi Howler Farms Live that I was watching. And Carol is in. And Nina is in too. Hey, Nina, how are ya? I hope you and your husband are having a great week. And Nina is a member also. And Sharon Cooper is from Sweden. Oh, so that is fabulous. It's got to be in the middle of the night over in Sweden. Seriously, it's got to be 3, 4 in the morning. So that is awesome. So thank you so much. And look who is here. Oh, yeah, it's the Steph girl. Now, not this weekend, not in the next couple of days, but the weekend after, I am actually going to meet Steph because we are going to Denver and we are going to see one of our sons and his wife, and hopefully one of our other boys will be coming up. And I am going to meet Steph actually in person. Now, we have talked, we have emailed, we have been friends for a long time, and I am just stoked, I have to tell you. Ann says, I feel the same way too, Sandi. I never know if I should read the cards because, I don't want somebody to feel like, hey, I just wrote that to you. Yeah, so I just never know. And Nina says, my son's birthday is on the 27th. Woohoo! We have a lot of birthdays in our family in the month of July. And my daughter, my granddaughter, my nephew, a whole bunch of friends. And it's just crazy. And then Janice, who is in here, we have the same birthday. And there's somebody else that's one of my subscribers that has the same birthday. And it is not written on my calendar. So I don't know why I can't think who it is. Steph says, I'm so excited. And Jake says, it's YouTube. If you send it, it's going on YouTube. Ha ha ha. Everyone in my family has a birthday. Weird. That's so weird, Doug. Yeah. So funny. Okay, next card from Doug and Shelley. But I'm not showing you their address. But that's right. Doug at His Way Homestead, who is in here right now, and Shelley, Healthy Homestead Chick, his wife, and they said, sunshine and flowers and the warmest get well wishes. And they sent me a get well card because they knew I was not feeling good. And so that is so sweet, 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 sweet. Thank you very much for that card. Ann says that she has 2 grands, 2 asleep beside her, and with 2 dogs in the bed, 2 on the floor, and 1 in the other room. I have 2 inches to sleep tonight. That is awesome. And Teresa says that she baked 6 loaves of zucchini bread and canned 12 pints of bread and butter pickles today. So sitting and relaxing with friends is awesome. Teresa, that is awesome. You were busy. We were 100 degrees. So baking was not on my list today. I mean, I did do planting early this morning, and Joe painted some more, but it was hot. And Donna's birthday on the 12th. Donna, I don't have that written down. Oh my gosh. Because I always like to send my members cards. So Donna, I'm sending you a late birthday card. Okay, next mail call. Now this is from one of my subscribers. And I had sent her rhubarb seeds because she had asked for some. And she just is saying thanks for that and sorry that it took her so long. But she had a tragedy in their lives. But see, that's what I'm talking about. You never know if you should say things what they write on the card. So I'm not going to. But Kathy, thank you so much for the card. Next one. Now this is from Lynn, one of my subscribers and one of my members. I think she probably made this card. And it's a happy birthday card. It's just so exciting. And Nina says that they got some rain. Yes. Doing the happy dance. Teresa says, happy birthday. And she just has a handwritten note inside telling me happy birthday. And that she enjoys my channels and things like that. So, Lynn, thank you so much. I was hoping that you would pop in tonight, and so you would see that I was reading your card online, but maybe she'll watch it later. Now, Rebecca, who is Touched by Yarn. A lot of you probably are subscribed to her. Today in the mail, she sent Joe and I 2 hats. Are they fabulous or what? And so Joe had his on earlier, and I'd put mine on, but then I would mess my hair up, so I'm not going to. But we love them. We love the color. The yarn is just so thick. It is just going to be fabulous. I'm just so excited about it. So, Rebecca, and I know that she's still in here, so thank you for that. The hats are fabulous. And Tina Ladybug is in. Hey, Tina, how are ya? And so everybody's saying hi to Tina. It is a happy mail day. And some of it I got today, some of it I got earlier in the week, and I wanted to share them with everybody. So thank you. Everybody loves you. Steph, you are so sweet. And so I'm just looking through there. Everybody's saying hi. I don't want to miss anybody. And Drat. Oh, there she is. Klingon Princess. She was just over in the live that Lisa at Yoga Hella Farms had Daz on. And they were talking gardening and chickens and just all kinds of stuff. And she was asking some questions about some herbs of hers that were bolting. And so, hello again to you too. And Diane is here. And she told me that she was going to try to make it. Woo, hoo, hoo, hoo. That's right. Yeah. And Leanne from Mennonite Farms is in too. So, Leanne, hello. How are you? I'm sure you have been busy baking and canning at your house. So I got one more thing in the mail. Now this is not from a subscriber. It's not from, it's from a business. Because I guess they knew that I baked a lot, cooked a lot, and they sent me, okay, it's a digital thermometer, and you charge it on your computer. And so it's like a meat thermometer. But you can put it in all kinds of stuff. Like if you're poaching eggs and you need the water to be a certain temperature, you can put it in there. And so this coming week, I have a couple videos that I'm actually going to use this because they gave me an extra one that I get to give away. And so I'm stoked because I love digital thermometers. I use them so many times. And so that was so kind of them to send one for me and one to give away. Plus, they gave me a code so that if anybody buys one, they can have it 15% off. So it's a win-win-win-win-win. I'm totally excited about that. Now, Doug says he has had the worst luck with thermometers. That is too bad. See, I use them all the time. Because meats are supposed to be a certain temperature before you eat them. And it comes with a handy dandy chart so that you don't even have to Google it to see what temperature, like chicken should be 160, 165 degrees before you eat that, because it's one of those things that certain foods, if they're not cooked well enough, can have, it can make you sick. And so it's always important to have it. Shelley says that her digital thermometers keep dying. Do they plug in? Are they rechargeable? Like this one charges right into my phone or into my computer. I also have a hand laser one. Oh, Jake has one too. And that is fabulous, but it doesn't tell me the inside temperature of meat. Or like sometimes I'm smoking meat and I need to know that inside temperature. So I'm totally stoked about it. And it's very kind of them to give me an extra one that I can give away, because I love giving stuff away. Oh, so it just drains the batteries. But this one, just plug it into your computer. So it's going to be fabulous. Now, this weekend, Joe and I are actually going to Rapid City on Sunday, because we're having Christmas in July at the park, Canyon Lake Park. And it's right by the bridge. It goes out to the island, and people fish off the bridge. It'll just be great fun. And it will be a little warm, I think, in the high 80s, but it really shouldn't be too bad. And Jake's saying it reads the surface temperature. Yeah, that's what my digital does. But I use it a lot of times, and it's just fabulous. I have to say, oh, and Tony is in here because people are saying hi to him. Let me see if I can find him. Oh, there he is. Kettle Kitchen. And Tony actually has a live in 45 minutes because he's in California. And so if you are up and about, you can stop in and see Tony at Kettle Kitchen. And Steph is going to Custer Rapid City the 18th through the 22nd because she has a family reunion thing. And so that is awesome. So I'm going to see her. Then she's coming up to South Dakota. She's going to have a blast. And it'll be after the rally, so it won't be crazy with motorcycle people, and it will be great fun for her. But I'm totally stoked. So I have all kinds of Christmas ornaments that I made for everyone for the Christmas in July. And I mean, I told everybody they didn't have to bring presents, but I was bringing gifts. And we're going to have chicken and potato salad, and people are bringing drinks, and my mom has all these napkins and fun things. And so it's just going to be a great time. And so we rented a shelter at the park, and it should be fun. Glass bacon ornament. Doug, I'm making those for you for Christmas. Regular Christmas. I actually even have a design already done. But, Joe and I are gone at Christmas time regularly. And my mom and dad are down in Arizona, so we get to celebrate with them in Arizona, but we don't get to celebrate with the kids and the grandkids. So my mom had done Christmas in July for a few years, and then she kind of just stopped it. But I thought it was great fun. And so I thought, okay, we are going to do this again. Now, not everybody's going to be there, but some of them will be. And the other kids that aren't there, I will just mail them their Christmas ornaments. And then we will see two of our boys the next weekend anyway. And so we will give those presents to them too. And so it's going to be great fun. And it's like having Christmas for a few weeks. It's birthday in July, Christmas in December. That's right, Leanne. But I want to celebrate twice. That's all there is to it. Do, Diane, because Tony has great ideas. He has all kinds of stuff that he's doing and collaborations that he's doing with all kinds of people, and it's just going to be great fun. And I'm sure he'll talk about it on his live tonight. Oh, and looky here, living a rogue life. Hello, young lady. How are ya? And thank you, Doug, for putting that link in there. And so it has been busy. Joe and I scraped our little walkway in the front. It's wood, and then has stairs that go down in between flower beds. And it doesn't matter what they tell you about paint. We have bought cheap paint. We have bought expensive paint. We have bought paint in between that says guaranteed, built-in primer, will not peel. They're liars. They're liars when it comes to living in Wyoming. We've had that walkway white. We've had the blue-gray. And now it is a green, a light green. And even though it is expensive paint, I would guess in 2 years I'll have to do it again. And I do everything they tell you. I have tried every trick that anybody has told me, because our decks do it too. But I think it's just so much of it's cold, it's hot, it's cold, it's hot, it's cold, it's hot, all year round. It's cold and it's moist. And then it gets warm and it's moist. And no matter what they say, we've done everything that anybody has ever told us, for sure, this will make your paint stay. No. We've bought specialty paint. That was like $50, $60 or more per gallon so that it would stay on the deck or it would stay on the stairs. But no. And I suppose I should just stain them. But I like wood painted. And so I'm willing to put up with it. Use oil-based stain on your deck. Well, we've tried that too, Doug. And because on my front deck, we had that first, and it didn't stay. The wood will start to kind of crack, or like where we scraped yesterday. It was like lifted up on certain spots. And I think that's what starts to make whatever we put on there not work. Now, you seal both sides of the deck. It stays better. We have both sides of our deck sealed. It's painted underneath. It's painted on the edges. It's painted on the top. And it still doesn't do it. But that's Wyoming. And Brenda's in. Hello, Brenda. How are ya? Have you tried peel bond for primer? The weather is totally different here, so I don't know. I work with a painting contractor. Horizontal surfaces are problematic. They are problematic, because everything is hitting them. I mean, the hail hits them, the rain hits them, the snow hits them, the heat. It's just craziness. But peel bond, I have not heard of. So that is something, because my side deck has to get repainted. And so I will look at that and see if I can get that here. And if I can, and recommendation, scrape, sand, peel bond, paint. Okay. See, 2 people with peel bond. Okay, I'll try it because I have to do stuff on the side deck. It's just crazy. It's not just Wyoming. That's the nature of wood. I'm sure it is. And I know that a lot of people around here have gone to that. It's not really wood. It looks like wood. And they're using that for their decks, and they've really liked it. But that's an expense that's not in my budget. But I do like what it looks like on people's decks, because people that live here have gone through the same thing as we have. And Doug is saying the same thing. That Trex. Yeah. So it's, maybe sometime we'll be able to do that. I'm with you. We're always had to repaint and stain more often than what is promised. We even had professional painters do the job with the exact same results. You see, I hadn't heard of Peel Bond. So, we've tried all kinds of primers, different things that people tell us to try. But, and Teresa says, yeah, Trex decks. Yeah, I've seen them. We have friends that have them, and they are beautiful. It's just an expense that, when you're retired, that you have to choose what your expenses are going to be. Now, I have to tell you what Joe did. Now, he is a handy guy to have around. And when we got back from Arizona, my wash machine wasn't working quite right. I was, not always, but a lot of times, the final spin cycle wasn't spinning the way it was supposed to. And so I'd have to turn it and I'd have to do it again and it would spin it again. Well, one day it filled up with water, wouldn't agitate at all. And so you can drain it easy enough, but you got wet stuff in there. And so I hung those on the clothesline. And Joe takes the wash machine and he tilts it over. And there's a part that has fallen off and 2 wires that have broken. And so he looks for the schematics. He looks for the manuals inside the wash machine. It doesn't have anything, and it's like, I might have to buy a new wash machine. That wasn't in my budget either. But he works on it for a couple hours, and all of a sudden he's figured out where those wires are supposed to go. He has these other connections that he gets so that he can put them back in where they're supposed to. He hooks the part that came off. I suppose it just got agitated too often and it broke off. And I have a perfectly working wash machine. I was beginning to think I was going to have to use that tub for a new fire pit. Oh, look at that. Teresa says on 21st year of our rhino decks. That is fabulous. I'm at an age I replace everything with a 30-year life. So it's the last time I'll have to do it. That is awesome. That's a good way to think of things. Because if you really think about, okay, the Trex or the rhino deck is going to cost me X amount of dollars, but it's going to last me the next 30 years. That makes a difference on perspective. Because then you can divide it out. Okay, I'm going to live in another 30, 40, 50 years. Will this last? Will this make it worth my expense? And I can understand that. When in mountain areas, mix your paint with linseed oil. Lasts longer. Oh, Brenda, that is a nice idea. Awesome. Shawnee says that. Hi, Shawnee. Shawnee's from Canada, Vancouver. My daughter had a huge new Trex deck, and they loved it, especially with the 2 little boys. I could believe that. I'm blazing spirituality. Hey, girl, how are ya? What are we talking about? We're talking about we had to scrape the deck or our walkway and the stairs and the railing and repaint. Because in Wyoming, you have to do that about every 2 years. It is awesome that he is so handy. It is, if we could have even found somebody that would come out and work on it, which is a tough thing to find, it might have cost us several $100s, and we might as well buy a new wash machine then. So, easier to do at 60 than it is to do at 80. That's true. A friend of mine, he has these raised beds, and they're fabulous raised beds. And he has them in this horseshoe shape, and he has boards on top so he can sit there. And he built them a few years ago, and he told me, and I think I told you guys this story before, that he said he was so glad that he did it before he had his stroke, because he couldn't do it now. He would have had to hire somebody to do it now. And he had the foresight to put that rail around there that you could sit on and work on from either side. And it's this horseshoe shape, and he has this greenhouse that he built before his stroke. And it was a great thing that he did. Barb says that they just got a new roof, so I'm good for 30 years. We replaced our shingles, it must have been about 8 years ago. We had a really bad hailstorm. I mean, huge hail. And we paid the extra to get these special shingles that are supposed to last like 30, 40 years. And we have not had a bit of trouble. Wonder if Flex Seal would work. Maybe. Because I think you can get Flex Seal in different colors. And because when it first came out, it was just black. But I think you can get it in different colors now. So that might work. I used to work at a lodge in Colorado, and that's what we used on all the cabins, all adding the linseed oil. That is a good idea, because a lot of paints used to have linseed oil in them. So I think that could be a good idea. But Joe is a handy guy to have around. I can't even tell you how many times he has fixed something for us so that we didn't have to replace it or have somebody come out and do something, And I think it's something that if we can, we should teach our children, our grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, things like that, so that they know things that they can do. Because now Joe doesn't have experience with a washing machine, but he has experience with other appliances. Like earlier, we have this ice maker. It sits on the counter and it makes ice, because our refrigerator, it has an ice maker in it, but we don't have the water hooked up to it. And he took it apart and he found where there was a broken wire. And after an hour or so, my ice maker is fixed. Not that they're expensive, they're like $69, $79, but it's just one more thing. As repairs are needed, replacing with handicap accessible, because it's going to happen. I think, you have to look at it. Like where we scraped and painted our walkway and down our stairs, when we built that, I made the stairs, I had Joe make them much shorter, because I thought, well, the older my parents get, when they come over, it'll be easier for them to walk up the stairs, because my dad, he's 91, and my mom is 84. She's going to be 85. And I just thought, when you get older, the full-length stairs sometimes can be very difficult. And so we made these short ones, which actually worked really well, because the slope of the front yard, it worked perfect, actually. And little kids like them too. So I think you do have to think about things going. Like Joe would like a house that's just one level. I don't want a house that's just one level, but Joe would like one. And so those are just things to think about the older you get. Every repair you do yourself saves money. So true. It just saves money. Though it can be aggravating sometimes, trying to figure them, because they make things more and more complicated. And Teresa also says, always best to plan ahead and be prepared. True words. It's true. You just really have to go, okay, this is what I can do next week I'll be 64. 64, these are things that I can do right now. Can I always do those things? That's why Joe and I started building raised beds. We used to have some raised beds that were probably Oh, there were some that were 8 inches, some of them that were 10. But over the last few years, we have started doing raised beds that are about 2.5, 3 feet tall. Because I said to Joe, I may not always want to get on my knees when I'm gardening. And so there are always tricks to do, but it's always fun to plan ahead. And I'm so glad we built all those ones a couple years ago because lumber prices are crazy. Brenda says the cabins we're in would get 10 to 15 feet of snow every winter, so it helped to keep the wood from rotting and painting. Excellent. Anne says there's a country song that said, when things break, we fix it. I laugh every time I hear it. That is awesome. My husband said today, I'll never live in another 2-story house. Well, and I know there's a lot of elderly people, that's what they want. They want a ranch-style house. I always tell Joe, if we don't have stairs, then you don't walk stairs. And then it's harder to walk stairs. So his thinking is one way. My thinking is another way. But my grandmother, she had steep stairs in her farmhouse, and she was in her 90s, and she was still going up and down those stairs. But it's all perspective, and it's all because you don't know what will happen in your future. And so I don't think there's a right or wrong. I think you just have to decide what you want and what you think you will need. Like my friend that had the stroke, they have stairs in their house, but he has the coolest little chair that it's attached to the stairs, and he sits in it, swivels around, he presses a button, and it takes him downstairs. My lights on my hydroponics just went out. And then it takes him back up. And so they have adapted so that they can stay in their house and they can do the things that make them happy. YouTube has helped us over the past several years with how-to directions on all kinds of repairs. Oh, Joe, all the time. If he's going to repair something and he has never done anything like that before, he'll watch all kinds of YouTube videos and he'll say, well, that one was crap. That one was good. And he will take the best information from all those different videos. And it is fabulous. Moving furniture up and down stairs is horrible. That is true. It is horrible when you're 20. And it's especially horrible when you're 60. And in my grandfather's final years, he wanted a second story. Not over the stairs, but for a better view of his acres. And he could no longer walk. See, it just depends on what you want, you know? Jeannie says that her sewing room is upstairs, so I'll go up and down all day long. And I think that keeps my knees working. I think that can be true. Yeah. My husband and I both have fallen down our stairs, and they're not that steep, 76. And he's having a hard time. See, so you just have to decide what's best for you guys. But Doug says he'd rather have a single story with a huge bunker underneath it. Steph says that her folks live in the house that she grew up since 1969, and there are 2 sets of stairs to get to the bedrooms and the only bathroom in the whole house. They're 81 and 83 and in fantastic shape. See, Steph, you are a blessed woman. But I saw your chickens love apples. Oh my gosh. And we've been juicing, our carrot juice in the morning. And so then I dumped the carrot pulp in there, and they're just like, wow. They are so spoiled, I tell you. But today we only got was it 2 or 3 eggs today? 2 eggs today, but it was 100 degrees. And so I couldn't really blame the girls, and they go through a lot of water on those hot days. They have this great big container and they have the bowl and they have the thing inside. And there was still some in the little thing inside, but they had drunk all of the rest of it. So I filled it up for them again tonight, and it's crazy. Steph says, yes, I am. She is a very blessed woman. But everybody, I'm going to let you go because I am way past my half hour. How many hens do I have? I have 5. And they are actually borrowed from some friends of ours that they usually have about 150 to 200 chickens a year. But they have a lot of kids, 8 kids. And so they harvest. They live out of town, and they have meat birds and they have laying birds, and then they have birds that are both. And they let us borrow 5 of them while we're here, and then we'll give them back. And then next spring, they will give us 5 other ones. So we have fresh eggs every day. And so it's just fabulous. Teresa says, my brother developed Parkinson's and the stairs isolated him. Oh, see, I could see that. So I think that's why you got to do what's right for you. Yeah. Time does go by so fast. I lost 10 birds to the heat this past week. Our friends that have all those birds, it was about a week and a half ago. We had about 100-degree weather, and they lost 40 of them. And so that was a crushing blow to them because they really depend on all that meat for the rest of the year. And so it was a tough thing. And it just happens. I think anybody who has chickens knows that, sometimes that can happen. Put 15 eggs in the incubator today to replace the lost. Good idea. If we were going to be here all winter long, I would be taking some of those eggs and put them in our incubator too. And yeah, I think that's true, Doug, that the meat birds are more fragile. They're heavier. They drink more, they eat more, and I think the temperature can really affect them. And so it's a tough thing. But everybody, I am going to let you go. Rebecca, if you're still in, I love the hats. Thank you so much. I'll send you a card out. And look for the thermometer video that I'm going to give away. I'm going to do 2 videos, and so you guys can have a chance to win the thermometer. Totally excited about it. Doug says he has 41 eggs in the incubator. Hoo. It has been a terrible year for the heat. I know it. Some of my friends that live down in Texas, it's just hundreds every single day. My friends in Arizona, hundreds every single day. I don't think it's been below 110 in Yuma, Arizona during the day for literally 3 months, 2 months. It's been crazy. But everybody have a great night, a great weekend. I have a video that will be up at, I think, 6 o'clock in the morning, Mountain Standard Time, tomorrow morning. And I am showing half of my gardens. I just thought if I showed the whole thing, it'd be a half-hour-long video, and who wants to look at gardens for a half hour? Unless you're watching Gardener's World, then I would. But it shows half of my gardens, and I thought you might just enjoy it. So that goes up tomorrow morning early. But everybody, have a fabulous weekend. And I'll show you some shots if my family will say yes on our Christmas in July. But everybody, thanks for a great night, and I will see you soon.